Yes. Welcome, one and all, to another episode of the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. And that is more. Yes, indeed. So I want to say welcome to you, lovely people over there in social media land, YouTube land, Facebook land. I want to say hello over there. Howdy. How y'all doing over there? Different language. Namaste, sita, ram. Hey, all of that good stuff. Hola, bonjour, boni, all of that shalom, all of that good stuff. So we want to say to you, hello, over there. Now listen, we are here in another episode on this lovely Wednesday and Thursday because, of course, it's buy one, get one free day. Because God is so good that He gave us one day and then gave us another day. As you know, some countries they celebrate, they're already in Thursday, while we somewhere in Wednesday. So it's buy one, get one free. Yes, indeed. And we good when we get buy one, get one free. Because listen, we like sales price. Ladies, tell the truth. We like to get a good sale price. I can't speak for the men, but yes, we get a sale price, we get a bargain. We like, yeah, we celebrate. Right now we are in the gift giving season. And everybody, all y'all out there, y'all probably looking for some gifts. Some buy one, get one free, some sale price, some clearance sale, some percentage off, something. You're out there, you're doing something. You're putting your list together like, oh, let me see who I need to buy a gift for. Oh, let me see who's not getting the list. You know how they talk about Santa Claus is checking the list twice to see if you're naughty or nice. I hope you are nice. If you're naughty, that is not Santa Claus business. So we are not dealing with Santa Claus. We are talking about our own self and how we are going to be blessed and how we are going to be blessing somebody. So if you just tune in for the very first 5 or 6 minutes of this show, I spotlighted some gift ideas. Yes, indeed. I spotlighted some gift ideas. Why? Because I like to have a easy breezy life. I like to go through life. Yeah, I deal with the circumstances, but I don't like to stress myself at any point. And I like to have the same mentality towards you. So you out there, you're looking for gifts. I just made your life a little bit easier by putting up some gift ideas on the show. Yes, but if you miss it in the first 5 minutes, don't you worry. I'm going to go back in the last maybe 3 minutes of the show and I'm going to spotlight them again just in case. Just in case you call somebody in, you know what I'm saying? Just like, let's see what gift we can get. Me personally, I put up a lot of authors. Why? Because I believe in giving books. I believe in giving books as a gift. Books or gifts. Put it under your tree, wrap it up. It's easy to wrap. Put it underneath your little tree right there. And make it just easy breezy. Everybody can get a book. From the newborn baby to somebody that's 110 can get a book. Why? When we give a book, we are giving knowledge. We are sharing knowledge with someone. Believe me, there's a book for everybody out there. You don't believe me? Go search. Go on, search. Go and search and type in the book that you desire to have. And if it's not there, then guess what? You write it. So with that said, let us talk about tonight. We are talking about the discovery transaction that we are going to talk about tonight. But before we get into our topic, if this is your first time tuning in, I mean first time. Never heard of the Question Live Show before. Never heard of Verona Willis-Brown before. Never heard of the All You Free Enough platform before. Well, I tell you what, you are a newbie. You are a newbie, and I like to see the newbies come on in. Because when you come on in, I get so excited. Yes, I do. It's like bring in a new baby to the family. I get really excited. And, like when we change our hairstyle and new makeup. So we get excited when we go buy a new outfit. We get excited. So yes, when I see a new person waving like, hey, I'm new, I get really excited. And for those of you who've been here, I get really excited. You think I'm on the cheerleading squad. So yes, indeed. So if this is your first time tuning in, put in the comment section that it is your first time so I can acknowledge you as a first timer. Now listen up. And for those of you who are tuning in for second, third, fourth, anytime after the first, you are a returning audience. Yes, you are a returning guest. And I welcome you because when you show up, I show up. We just show up together and what happens? We just expand the family. Now, because you've been here, that I talk about my family at most times. I come on in here. Why? Because I'm from a huge family, huge. So nobody can talk about my family with me. I talk about my family. So yes, indeed, I like to talk about my family. So when I talk about my family, we are good to go. So with that said, let us roll into something here. Let me tell you. Newbies. Let's go for the newbies because those who've been here, they already know the deal. Newbies. We do have some rules here. Yes, indeed. Rules. Yeah, we do have some rules here. Now listen to me when I say rules. Don't let your heart go scatter or your mind go flatter. Your mind go scatter or your heart go flatter. Because I say rules, okay? You see, I get all tongue tied because I get excited because I know there's a new person. When I say rules, listen. We talk about rules because if you come to my house, I go to your house, you go to church, you go to school, you go to mass, you go to the temple, you just go around the world, you go to the synagogue, anywhere you go, there are rules, okay? Some we make, some we break, some we abide by, some we create on the way. Either way you look at it here on the Question Live Show, we have a couple of them. Yes, we do. We have a couple rules, and they are very simple, and we call them house rules. Yes, we call them house rules. And how many? Only 5. Only 5 house rules we have here. And let us go over them really, really, really quick so what we can get going. The first one is, if you are looking at me right now, and you wave to me by putting your name in the audience, put it up in your electronic hands and wave or say hello, howdy, hola, whatever your greetings. Put it there. And then when I see it, I'm going to acknowledge your presence by spotlighting your name on the screen. Now, if I spotlight your name on the screen, it simply means that you are in the live audience. And if you're in the live audience, all I ask of you to do is to just go right in. No, right there. Just no, in there. You see the share button? Click that share button and invite somebody else to come on in and dine with us. Yes, indeed. Come on in and dine with us. You see, when we share the live, it's like sharing yummy, fresh food that just come off the stove or out the oven, the one that your mama cooked, your granny, your papa, somebody, your husband, your wife, somebody cooking, but then it's your favorite meal because if your mama cooking, now your wife start cooking it, and then guess what happened? No, of course, you're like, that's my favorite because my mama used to cook it for me, right? So it's your favorite meal. Why? Because there's something about that meal, why it became your favorite meal. So here, I would ask you, I'll let you know. Share your favorite meal. Share what is being distributed here. Share what we are giving out here. It is fresh food from the live. Okay? Now that we got that part, if you are watching this and you don't see me spotlight your name on the screen, most likely you are watching the replay. If you are watching the replay, go #replay in the comment section and let us know what is it that you learned here today. Why? Because this is a teaching platform, okay? We come on in, we learn, we teach. Why? Because we are students and teachers at the same time with the same intention, and that is to learn, to teach, and to grow. So we want to come on in, whatever we post, we want to make sure that somebody will learn from it. So yes, indeed. So come on in the room. Now listen, we hear this all the time. Sharing is caring. But you know what? We got so used to saying that we just say so fluidly. And because we say so fluidly, it's just like nothing to us. But let me tell you something, or let me remind you that sharing is a part of our DNA. It is deep down in our DNA. Sharing and caring is in our DNA. And we want to extract those two, put them together, and ignite the world and create a whole galaxy of greatness. Yes, indeed. We want to do that because what? Greatness is inside of us, and we're operating from our inside out. So we want to create a whole galaxy of greatness. You see, my mama once told me never to withhold food from anyone. So, if you are getting fresh food, share it. Yes, share that food. Now, if you are watching this on the replay, I ask you just to do the same thing over here. Go right here, and you see the share button. Click it and share it with somebody. Invite them to come on in and dine with you. Sometimes it's not good to eat alone. And sharing the replay is like sharing leftover food. Yes, indeed. And of course, it's like the food is cooking twice. And twice as nice, baby, you would like to share that. So yes, indeed, come on in and click the share button. Yes. Now, when we do that, that is just one rule. So when we do that, let us go to the next rule. The next rule is grab yourself something to write with, whether it is a pen, a pencil, or marker, a crayon, color pencil, whatever it is that you write with. It could be a piece of feather. If it is a piece of feather, you need some ink or some paint to dip it in and just scrabble away. Where? In your notebook or on a piece of paper. Yes, indeed. Now, if you don't have that, that is fine. We don't judge you here. Just go on your electronic device, scroll across, scroll down, open a Words page, blank page, and utilize that blank page. That's why they created it, so we can utilize it. Now, if you are watching me from a device, because of course you are, because you're not sitting in the guest chair, you are watching me from an electronic device, and you have another one called your cell phone. You are going to open your cell phone, go in there, and scroll and find the notepad section. Well, if you don't have a notepad section, that is fine. Just go on up in there and text back to yourself. Text back to yourself. Now you must be asking Verona, because the show is called the Question Live Show. You ask question, and as your host, I am responsible to answer your question. Now, what is it that you are telling us to write down and text back and all that stuff? Good. That's your first question for the night. The answer is here on the Question Live Show. We drop juicy contents and golden nuggets, and I encourage you to write them down. Yes, write them down for several reasons. When we write things down, we are extracting the very thoughts out of our head. We are putting them on paper, and now it is looking back at us, and it's become reality. Yes, because what is in our head, what is in our mind, what is in our brain is our goals and our vision, our passion, our gifts, our talent. They're in there. We want to take them out, and we want to bring some dreams to manifestation. Yes, indeed. Now, when we write one word equal to sentence and sentences. And then those sentences equal to paragraphs and paragraphs and paragraphs. And those paragraphs equal to pages and pages and pages. As a result of all those pages, you might just end up with a book. Yes, indeed. And not only a book, you might just become the next published author. And I welcome you here. Yes, indeed, because we take your story, your book, your work in progress, and we work together so we could build together, grow together, but most of all, support each other. Yes. You see, we as writers, we write our own story, and then we attempt to write yours. But it's not as effective as you writing your own story. Why? Because we all have a story deep down inside of us. And I am here to help you, to encourage you, to plead upon you, to extract those stories out. Yes, extract those stories out and bring them to surface. When we bring our story to surface, it might just add to a solution to somebody's trouble. It might just smooth out a situation. It might just add strength to somebody, courage to somebody, boldness to somebody, to let them know you're not alone. Because oftentimes we tell ourselves that we are alone when we are going through some stuff. But nope. When we tell our story, it's just saying to you, hello, you're not alone. I've been there, done that, and I'm here. And now I'm a survivor. So with that said, we talk about solution. Let us go to rule number 3. Rule number 3 is grab yourself something to drink. Whether it is water, wine, tea, juice, soda, whatever you drink. It might be some smoothie, some shake, some porridge, some soup, some broth. Whatever is it that you drink, that is up to you. I am not telling you to put what you drink. All I'm saying to you is to put in the comment section that you are drinking something. Whatever you're drinking is none of my business. It's up to you, whatever you want to drink. But I'm just saying, put that you're drinking something for several reasons. When you put that you're drinking something, what will happen? Here on the Question Live Show, we like to celebrate. So whether it is your small win or your big win, we like to celebrate here. Yes, we do. We like to celebrate. So whatever is it that you have to celebrate today, Whether it is your anniversary, your birthday, your children's birthday, your boo's birthday, you got proposed to. Listen, you found that you're having a baby. You just had a baby. It's your anniversary. It's the neighbor's party. The neighbor turned us on. Listen, whatever. Your country might be celebrating something. Your culture might be celebrating something. You want to celebrate somebody from your country. Hello, we are here for that. We like to celebrate. So I tell you, whatever you're drinking from, we just say, come on in, raise it together so we can say, cheers. Yes, indeed. Cheers to you. So we would like to have you come on in and put that you are drinking something. Yes. No, even though I list all those things you might be drinking, me personally would like to recommend that you drink water. Clear. You see that? Clear water. Drink up your water for several reasons. It quenches thirst, it flushes body out toxin, and it nourishes the skin. Yes, indeed. So drink up your water. Drink up your water. Now, with all that drinking, if you need to use the bathroom, whether it's to the right or to the left, wherever your bathroom is located, go now, and then you're going to come right back and grab your seat right here in the Question Live Show. Why? Because your seat is reserved. Just like the seat of life, your seat is reserved with your name on it. And not only your name, but your intention, your expectation, your goals, your gifts, your talent, your passion, your purpose, your destiny. They're sitting right there. And nobody cannot take your seat. But if you decide to give up your seat, you're giving up your birthright. And we are not in the business of giving up birthright. We're in the business of coming together, working together, building together, so what we can grow together. The more we support each other, is the stronger we will be. And then we will flourish the earth beautifully, like little flowers. Okay? Now, if you are out there and you need to use the bathroom, ladies, and you see a line, because you know everywhere we go, there's always a line. Just turn over to the side and say, can I use your bathroom? Use it out of bathroom, and you're going to come right back. Now, let us go to the next rule. The next rule is that if I say something and it resonates with you, whether it touch your heart or your mind, I just ask you to just put in the comment section, yes. Yes is really saying that you are following the conversation. Indeed, you are following the conversation. When you follow the conversation, all I got to look over there like, I'm not here talking by myself, because this is not a monologue. This is a dialogue, and that is a conversation between you and I. Now listen to me. If you went to the bathroom and you get here, you don't see your seat. Nobody took it. Nobody. But I ask you to stand in position, sit in position, wherever, because there's always a position for you to fill. Just like any position in the world. Like the president, the vice president, the mayor, the governor, the teacher, the student, the mama, the papa, any position. There's always a position for you to fill. However, we are all on this journey called life, and we all want to build a success story. Everybody defines success story however they wish. But let me remind you of something. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, can succeed by themselves. No, it doesn't matter where you are or you're getting it. You cannot get there by yourself. You need team workers. If you go to a regular job, the job is not running by itself. Somebody else is there. Okay, the president got somebody up in his cabinet, not in his cupboard, not his cabinet in the kitchen, right? He needs somebody. He needs a lot of people to run the world. So we need each other. So let us get to this realization that we cannot succeed together. So whether we're ready to buy gifts to put underneath our tree, or we are just trying our very best, or whether we're thinking about who deserves a gift, or whether you're thinking that, hey, Santa Claus is thinking if I was naughty or nice, whatever the case is, you can't do it by yourself. No. You cannot do it by yourself. So with that said, I want to go into the audience and welcome those who are in the audience with us here tonight. Hold on a second. Give Okay, excuse me about that. So I see, first up, before I do that, it's my niece's birthday, Kayla Willis. I want to say happy 22nd birthday to your little self over there. To my niece, I want to shout out my niece. Happy birthday to my niece who turns little 22 today. Yes, indeed, your auntie loves you. Yes, indeed. Go ahead with your little 22 self. 22 chapters. God bless and keep you. May you go on, grow on up beautifully, grown up into the beautiful woman that God destined for you to be, darling. Yes. So go on, enjoy yourself, and just take good risks and just be careful and safe. And she loves you. So that's my little Kayla Willis. I would like to say happy birthday to you. Now, as I was saying, first in line is Cheryl. Cheryl is right here. Cheryl's like, hello, I'm here. Good night, present. I'm here. Welcome, Cheryl. Let me tell you, Cheryl is a VIP, not a first time, a VIPer. Cheryl is a VIPer, and listen, she come up in here and she got her front row seat. Indeed, she is a VIPer, and I see Tita is in the house. Tita, it is nice to see you again. Yes, indeed. Welcome, welcome. Tita is a VIPer. Yes, well, listen, before I go any further, if you are tuning in for the first time and you never heard this word before, VIPer, you're hearing it today. Because we do have VIPer, they get VIP badge. Why? Because they got VIP ticket. And why are they earning a badge of a VIPer? Because they showed up and they took action. So yes, indeed, they are VIPers. So Theta is a VIPer. She's up front. She grabbed her front row seat. Yes, indeed. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you. Yes, indeed. You're very much welcome. You are very much welcome. We are here as students and teachers at the same time. Yes, indeed. Your time is limited. Let's see. Due to some urgent. All right, going to just all right, Theta, we pray that everything goes well with you. Go ahead. You know that we appreciate you. We celebrate you. Go ahead, and we pray that things smooth itself up, because guess what? Everything in life, there's always a solution. We will talk to you on the next go round. Yes, indeed. And I see Paulette is in the house. She is a VIPer. Yes, she is. She is a VIPer. She earned her badge as a VIPer. She's up in the front row with Sharon and Theta. That Theta just put up her little excuse finger and she excused herself. Yes, indeed. She's in the front row. Thank you so much indeed. Paulette is drinking ginger and lemon tea. Yeah, I should have me some of that when I finish. Yes, indeed. Yes, that's so real good up in there. Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. Ginger and lemon tea. Yeah, you should jump and get some of that ginger and lemon tea. That's some good stuff right about now. And if you're in winter season, you might want to get some ginger and lemon tea. Yes, indeed. Put in some honey in there if you want, and that's good to go. Yes, indeed. I see my sister Ifra. Welcome, 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 welcome. You are just on time, darling. You're never late. You're never late. No, ma'am. No, you can never be late. So absolutely not. Absolutely not. I welcome you. I welcome you indeed. Ifra is working her way to get a VIPer badge. Yeah, girl. Keep on showing up, sister, because you going to earn your VIPer badge very soon. Yes, indeed. Yes, that's my niece over there, Kayla Willis. I said, welcome to you, my little 22 little 22. My birthday wishes to you. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Kylie. Yes, yes, yes. So we send birthday wishes over there to Kayla. And we say, girl, we wish you a happy birthday. Yes, indeed. Happy birthday to you. I'm not going to do no happy birthday song, but one day I will. So listen, we are going to talk about some stuff tonight because I know everybody out there swiping their Discover card, Visa card, American Express card, or whatever card they're out there swiping and doing all sort of stuff. And you're out there shopping. And if you're not out there shopping, you're thinking about getting that card and swiping that card, and you're going to do something. So if you're using your Discover card, we are not going to talk about your Discover card tonight. We are going to talk about the Discover transaction that we're going to have to make. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's so great to have you. It's so great to have you here. So we're going to talk about some Discover transaction. When we are talking about Discover transaction, what are we talking about? What are we referring to? We are referring to the fact that we have to discover what is it that we have deep inside of us. I told you this before, that we have greatness inside of us. Let me tell you something. I don't know how many of you, but I like to talk about me. I like to talk about me. Yes, I do. I like to talk about me. I love the game hide and seek. Yeah, that's a fun game. I grew up playing that game, hide and seek. But there's, you see the end, that word seek. Seek simply means you're going to discover something. Seek simply means that you're discovering where the person is hiding. See, I like to see things on both sides. You're hiding something, you got to discover where it is. You're like, oh, we're hiding the Christmas gift. The children are going to discover where it is. They're going to discover what is in there. So we want to discover things. So hide and seek, yeah. They hide and seek. Seeking simply means you're discovering something. You're discovering that they're hiding under the table behind the door. And you're like, when you found them, you're like, yes, I discovered that you were hiding back here. You're just like, ooh, underneath the lamb, ooh. And then you're like, I discover you, right? You didn't find it, you discover them. And you're here to talk about who discover what and all this stuff. Well, we are not here to talk about who discover what. We're here to talk about how we can discover our potential, how we can discover our destiny, how we can discover our purpose. Yes, indeed, that is how we are going to talk about the transaction that we have to make, not with our Discover card like zoom, swipe or insert or tap and go. We are not going to talk about this Discovery card. We are talking about the transaction that we have to make to open the door of our purpose. The transaction that we have to make to open our door of our destiny. The transaction that we have to make to unfold our dreams and our vision so they can become real. We no longer want to sleep in La La Land. We want to discover these gifts that we have deep down inside of us, because somewhere along in those gifts, some talents develop and you're like, hey, I got this. So we are going to go over some ways of how we will discover these little things. Yeah, because they're so little you can't even see them. So little. Until you discover them, then somebody could see them, because they're so small, pile up inside of us, like you see the dots on my shirt? Imagine for a second inside of you filled up like this. Just look at all these dots. You might get a little bit dizzy. You might go into a trance looking at these things, but that's okay. You might get dizzy looking at my blouse. My blouse got all these dots. All these dots. You see all these dots? They're everywhere. Everywhere. Can you imagine for a second? Take a quick second and imagine your inside filled up with dots of gifts and greatness bundled up in there. Every part of your body, every part of you, from your head to your toe. Can you imagine in my hair, I got all these dots of greatness? Can you imagine in my eyes, I got all these dots of greatness? In my nose, everywhere, my senses of all this greatness. Can you just imagine for a second the blouse that I'm having inside of you filled up? Now, nobody can see them. Following? Nobody can see those dots of greatness that are piled up inside of us. No, not with your naked eyes. They cannot see them. But the only way they can see them is when we discover that they're there and when we bring them to surface. When we bring them out, because we talk about we are operating from our inside out. Inside out. So inside of you, all this greatness built up in there. You're sitting there, you're loving up inside, you're hurting inside, you're being betrayed inside, all that. But no matter what you're going through, inside of you, filled up with greatness. Greatness surround everything inside of one dot off my shirt. If you can pick one dot off my shirt, you think my shirt gonna look any different? You just pick one. You pick two. You think my shirt gonna look any different? No, because I have so much, so many dots that you taking one dot for me. I use that one dot. More multiply. It multiply. Look at that. It get more. So my one that got removed, my one that I use up, it doesn't matter. There are more to pile up in there. We operate from our inside. And visualize for a second. If you got to close your eyes and take a moment, because of course I can't see that you're doing that. But if you want to take a moment, a second, close your eyes and visualize. Because me, I like to visualize things. Because I like to visualize me somewhere doing something. I like to visualize that. You see, they used to call that daydreaming. Whatever you want to call it, daydreaming or what. Take a moment and visualize your inside, just like my blouse, filled up with greatness. All these dots represent a part of you. All these that represent greatness, your gifts, your talent, your purpose, your goal. They're all inside of you. Just let's and so we have to discover them so we can bring them to service. And somebody say, "Oh, I like your blouse. Your blouse got a lot of dots." Yes, because know what happened? We discover what we have inside. We bring it to service, and somebody like, "Oh, Cheryl, I like what you did." Yes, that's one of the gifts that I picked out. That's one of my talents I did. Paulette, I like what you did. I like what you're doing. Yes, because I went in there and I operate on one of my dots. Theta, I like what you're doing. If I like what you're doing. Yes, I like how you sound. I like what. Yes, because I'm operating from one. But the more I operate from one is the more they're multiplying. They're multiplying and they're getting more because you can never run out. You can never run out of your greatness. So we are going to go through some things, how we can discover our greatness tonight. One, we are going to talk about the endurance. How to endure the very things that we're going to. What's on the inside will come out on the outside. Absolutely, Cheryl. Yes, indeed. Listen, first timers, if you're watching and you miss the rules, we talk about writing things down. We're talking about writing juicy contents and golden nuggets that we drop here. But if you don't have your writing tools, look in the comment section because we have great note takers here. And if you don't have all of that, just screenshot and see the notes that we are dropping here. So let's talk about how we can discover that transaction of how to get to our purpose. Discover the transaction. What transaction got to be taken to reach our purpose, to achieve our goals, our dreams, our talent. First one is we're going to talk about how we are going to endure. Endurance. It sounds like a big word, don't it? Endurance sounds like a very big word. Endurance. It sounds like a big word. And because it sounds like a big word, honey, don't be afraid of it. Don't be afraid of words. Build a relationship with words. Yes, indeed. Build a relationship with words. So don't be afraid of big words. You see, I learned how to build up my vocabulary by looking at big words. Sometimes I still struggle to pronounce some big words. I still struggle with that. And I'm like, listen here, give me some simple words. Like, hey, hi, hi, hello, howdy. You know what I'm saying? But it let you build up your vocabulary when you see big words because you learn to break it down and all sort of stuff. And I talk about my daughter before, how I help her build up her vocabulary by giving her a big word, like the biggest word there is, like extraordinary or something. So you want to be your extraordinary self. So I will give her the big word, like extraordinary, and said, though you go in the word, pronounce the word, she gets it. It's like, yes, it's extraordinary. Now, good. Build some words out of extraordinary. Parents, teachers, counselor, mentor. This is how you help your child to build up their vocabulary. Give the big word and allow them to go inside that big word and pick Small words from it. So I did this with my daughter for many, many, many years. And it was just excellent. It was an excellent strategic way for me to help her build her vocabulary. Great speller. She became a great speller and all that good stuff. Yes, indeed. She became just, whoo, she read a book in a minute and she just like, I got this. I got this. Spelling, she used to get 200 out of, you know what I'm saying, 100, 200, 200 plus, whatever the case is. But beside the point. Anyway, that's a strategic way. I just want to drop that in there to let you know. Don't be afraid of big words. Get in there, try to pronounce like, oh, that's a big word. Yes. And then you know how to go. So we don't want to talk about the transaction, how we are going to do this transaction. We are going to endure to the end. We are going to endure to the end. We are not going to give up nowhere along the line because we have the tendency to get tired in the middle. We go into some stuff like, oh, I'm tired. This is hurting. And we get tired in the middle and we have the tendency to just give up. Endure to the end. Where is the end? The end is your purpose. The end is your destiny. And when we start operating by seeing the end first, we're bringing the end to the front. We will put on that enduring cap and we're like, listen, we're going to endure. You know, those construction workers that wear those hard caps? We want to put on the endurance cap. I want to get out there and endure till the end. Yes, indeed. Yes, Paul, you see, yeah, all each dot, that's all your inside. Your inside, each dot represents something unique about you. Absolutely, something unique about you. And when you start operating with that uniqueness, yes, you will see that when you see that and it start coming out, somebody discover like, ooh, you unique. I like how you do that. Right? Because now you pick a dot and you're operating with it. Yes, indeed. Who we just saw, just come on up in here. She just roll on up in here. I see you. Queen Sister Georgia up in here. She roll on up in here. Listen, she's a VIP, honey. She's a VIP, so she can roll up in here at this time if she wants. Yes, ma'am. Welcome, darling. Welcome indeed. Yes, indeed. She's a VIP. So she just like, excuse. Yes, honey, grab your seat right up in the front, honey. Yes, indeed. Welcome. Yes. You know, this one is this one. This one go back and forth. And then, you know, I got my little thing here. Yes. So thank you kindly. So endurance is the first one. And when we endure, listen, when we are enduring something, we want to apply some pressure. Apply pressure to whatever you are facing. If you are facing sickness, apply healing pressure to it. If you're facing fear, apply faith pressure to it. Apply pressure. Now, let me tell you something. If you are a driver or you've been driven, you've been in a car, you've been in a bus, you've been in whatever. If you notice that when a driver is driving, okay, and they get on the highway, what happened? They apply pressure. Why? Because now you're going at a speed because you see that when you get on the highway, something clear is in front of you. Something is making your path a little bit clearer. You don't have the stoplight. You don't have all of that. You're seeing your path a little bit wider and clearer. So you're pushing ahead. When we apply pressure to the situation, circumstances that we are in, you will see that we go in a little bit smoother. So whatever is it that you think that you are facing right now, don't be thinking, okay? Don't do a lot of thinking. I just said that. Don't do a lot of thinking. Just apply that pressure on it. Put your foot on the accelerator and go on. Just go. You don't have, let me tell you, you don't have no moment to give up. You don't have the permission. Listen to me, audience. You don't have the permission to give up. Nope, absolutely not. Do you see this? Do you see these dots? Are you seeing these dots? Look at how many dots listed on this. Look how many dots here. How can you give up when one of the dots got crumbled? Do you see the rest that's remaining? So there's no permission. You have no permission to give up any time at all. We got to discover these things. These are the transactions that we are making to discover our purpose. Our purpose is calling us. So one little dot crumble, honey, that don't mean nothing. You got many more to go. So let's how to discover your greatness. Endure. Yes, and the next endurance. Right. And the next one is to apply pressure. Apply that pressure and go through. Go through, because I believe in you. And I know you believe in yourself. So when fear creeped up, you apply the pressure of faith, honey. Yes, indeed. Apply the pressure of faith and get on up in there and push away and go. The next one is, we want to jump in there, the next transaction that we want to do here. The next one, we're going to tap, we're going to put our card in, we're going to swipe our card. Let me tell you, no give up attitude. No, we're not in, you don't have the permission to do that. I don't care what is happening. At no point, cry as much as you want, but you don't have the permission to give up no time at all. There's no such thing. Okay? Thou shalt survive. Thou shalt this. But there's no thou shalt give up. Okay? There's no giving up here. I will not allow that. Not if you are part of this audience and I know that you're over there. You will not give up. I'll be on you like your color, your skin, and your bones. I'll be on you. You will not give up at no time at all. Right? So good. No give up attitude. We're not into that. We're not into that. So the next one is, we want to go with the next transaction that we want to tap into is the transaction of persistent. Be persistent. Be persistent. You start something, keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing, because somewhere along the line, your purpose is going to realize that you're being persistent. Your purpose is going to like, ooh, she's not trying to give up on me. Ooh, I like you. Your purpose will start liking you. Your destiny will start liking you, and it will start feeding you back. And then do like this, start feeding you back. Like, well, I see you're not trying to give up. Oh, all right. Let me meet you somewhere along the line, because it's just waiting for you. Your purpose is waiting, and it said, oh, you're being persistent, huh? You're enduring. Okay, whatever pain you're hitting, whatever stumbling block you're hitting, whatever hurt you're hitting, you're enduring. And you're applying pressure. And then now you get to the point where you're being persistent, honey, your purpose is smiling. You get a glimpse of your purpose, and it's smiling at you, and it's like, So now let's establish a relationship. Right? So be persistent. Go after it. Go after your purpose. Your life depends on it. So go after it like your life depends on it. Yeah, because your life depends on it. Don't just live. Your life depends on your purpose. I am here to encourage you that your purpose is waiting to be fulfilled. Your purpose is waiting to be discovered. So we are here doing the transaction of how we can discover our purpose, our gifts, our talents, our passion, all of that. So these are the transactions that we are going to do to discover them. No, giving up, then you will never fulfill your purpose or your dreams. And guess what? Can you imagine for a second your purpose and your dream just sitting there bawling? Crying, throwing a tantrum, rolling on the ground, kicking, screaming like, why? Are you giving up on me? Why are you giving up on me? Your dreams and your purpose are saying, don't give up on me. I'm that baby. I'm that baby that's coming forward. I am that baby. I'm your children. Because listen, you don't have only one purpose. If you didn't know, now you know. You don't have one purpose. You got so many. Again, we talk about these dots. Think of them as, use these dots as the uniqueness of you. So you don't have one purpose. Imagine, you don't have one purpose. Because the moment you create one thing, you're going to create something else. The moment you discover one thing, you're going to discover something else. The moment you move one step, is the next step going to follow. So each step goes with another step, because one step is better than no step at all. So there's no giving up. And your dream is saying, please don't give up. Please don't give up. It's like your dream or your children, and they say, Mommy, don't leave me. Mommy, don't leave me. Feed me. Take care of me. I am yours. So we are here to discover our purpose. Our purpose, and these are the transactions that we are making to discover our purpose. So we talk about persistent. Let us talk about this one here. We hear this all the time. We got to break some barriers now. We got to break some barriers. Look at us. We got to break barrier in our family to say, oh my God, my family never did. Oh, my family never did. Oh, my family is always, and all of that coming with a negative word. Oh, my family never have. Oh, my family is always struggling. Oh, my father is this. No, we want to come in, discover our purpose so we can break those barriers. We talk about generational curses. We want to break them. And what? Create generational blessing. Yes, indeed. So here is the other one. Have the mentality to break barriers. Have that mentality to say, listen, I'm going to set record, because if they know my family by this, I will be the one going to set record. We all, they talk about set the record straight. We want to set some record straight. I am not who you think I am, because I will not be defined by the negative story of my family. Nope, absolutely not, because I discover who I am already. I discover my purpose. And when we discover our purpose, the very stories of your father and your mother and forefathers and foremothers and whoever and 4 and 5 and 6 fathers and whatever the case is, once you discover who you are, those stories, they only got you to this point. But those stories will not hold you back from discovering your real personalized purpose. So we are here to break barriers, to discover that we have our own purpose. We are not living off our foreparents' purpose. We are not living off generation from 500 years ago. We are not living off that. You hear to talk about walking here. We're not living off that. We are here to seek and to discover. We talk about hide and seek. We are here to discover our own purpose. We are here to discover that we have to see our purpose for ourselves, not from their story. Our purpose is personalized. So let us come to that place to accept the fact that our purpose is personalized. And because it is personalized, those stories, they're back there. Now is your time to discover your story by putting in some of these transactions. Tap it, swipe your card, whatever you got to do. You got the card in your hand, and your card is saying, listen, this is a card of life. This is a card of success. This is a card of my destiny. This is the card of my purpose. This is the card that's going to get me to create my own success story. Own is the key word. This is the card. This is my transaction moment. I need to take transaction. We go to the store and we get our card and we swipe it. We see something and we swipe it. And we tap in and we go in. Because we want something. We're sitting there with a Christmas list or whatever you celebrate, and we have a list. And it's like, oh, I'm going to get this. You go and you tap your card or swipe your card to get it. It is the same concept that we should apply to ourselves as we discover our own purpose. Just the same way we'll say, oh, I'm going to buy this for my children. Oh, I'm going to buy this for my boo. Oh, I'm going to buy this for myself. That's the same way you tap in your Discover card. It's the same way you're going to tap into the card of life and apply pressure. Be persistent. Endure till the end and go for the mentality to break barriers so you can discover, recognizing your limits and minds. So when you break barriers, that's right. Because when we break barriers, we will discover that, guess what? we are unbreakable. Right? We are unbreakable. When we discover that we can break the barriers, the negative impact, the negative connotation, when we discover that we can break those barriers, we have the potential, we have the mentality, we have the gifts, we have the talent to break barriers. We will see that there is no limit. We will see that we can move forward. We will see that, guess what happened? Not only that there will be one wealthy person in the world, two, three, but everybody will have the opportunity once we discover our purpose. Once we apply these transactions, we will discover that, guess what? We all can fit around the table called life. Yes, indeed. Because guess what? There's a seat for all of us. Now go on out there, build confidence, put on the coat of confidence, the helmet of endurance, and go and discover. Put in the transaction, apply those transactions and discover your purpose, because your purpose is sitting there like this. Da, da, da. I'm waiting on you. It is personalized. Every purpose is personalized. So let us get into the mentality. Let us be mindful of the very transaction that we are doing every day, contributing to somebody else. And let us believe within ourselves that we can do the same transaction or even more in us, because we want to go to another level of greatness. Greatness is inside of you. Do not let it die while you're still alive. Thank you so much for tuning in into the Question Live Show with your host, Verona Willis-Brown. Now, for those of you who came in a bit after the first 5 minutes that you did not realize that we did some spotlighting gifts, you will now have the opportunity to see them again. Thank you so much. Let them, those who don't believe in you, let them keep on not believing in you, but you must believe in yourself. Thank you so much. This is your host, Verona Willis-Brown. See you on the next go around. Bye.